Alright guys, this is AI Government Contracting. I'm your AI Government Contractor, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the types of government procurement notices, a vital aspect of engaging with the public sector. But before we get right into it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you would be interested in starting a community that teaches AI workflow for people in the world of government contracting. But with that being said, let's get into the types of government procurement notices. Now, look, in the journey of government contracting, understanding the roadmap of notices is crucial for businesses aiming to navigate this space. So let's talk about the first part of notices, or let me call this the starting point: pre-solicitation notices, sources sought. I want you to think about sources sought as the government's initial market research. It's a non-committal inquiry to see who is out there and capable of fulfilling a potential need. It's like a preliminary handshake, inviting businesses to express interest and demonstrate their capabilities. Sources sought, remember guys, it's non-committal. The government is only asking for information and they are not ready to make a purchase. I've said it time and time again, this is not where you're going to be spending most of your time, but it's important to know what sources sought notices are. The next one we are going to be talking about is RFI, request for information. This is where the government seeks more details, more insight about what businesses can offer. It's not yet a call to action, by the way. Keep this in mind, but a request to understand your solutions better and gauge if they align with their needs. I want you to remember that in the first stage, where it's a sources sought, the government is just asking for information, a general wide scope. But when we talk about the RFI, they're going into more details about how businesses can help them fulfill their needs, and they're also gauging to see if there's any alignment. Let's talk about solicitation notices, which is really the main event. The RFP, request for proposal. Now we are in the thick of things. An RFP is a formal invitation to submit a proposal based on a detailed set of requirements and criteria. That's typically what we see in the solicitation. In the RFP, it's where you showcase how your solution fits the bill, focusing on value and innovation. And remember, I said the RFP is where we're going to be spending most of our energy, because at this point, there's a higher commitment from the government to buy. So while looking for solicitations to make bids on, you're going to be looking for RFPs. But there's also something called an invitation for bids, which is the IFB. This is used when the government knows exactly what they want, and the decision will largely be based on price. It's really straightforward. It's extremely simple to understand. The lowest bidder who meets the criteria wins. Invitation to bid is all based on price. Let's discuss the request for quotation, which would typically be seen as an RFQ, similar to an IFB, which is an invitation for bid, but typically for a smaller scale need. It's asking, how much would you charge for this? A simple and direct request for pricing. The difference between the RFQ and the IFB is it's typically for a smaller scale need, but price weighs heavily on the decision that's going to be made by the government. Let's look at the combined synopsis or solicitation. Now, this is a streamlined approach where the government combines the need announcement with the actual call for bids in one go. Okay? It's efficient, it's directly inviting bids or proposals for clearly defined needs. So sometimes when we go through sam.gov, we're going to be seeing combined synopsis. It's just simply to understand that this is how the government combines the need for its announcement with the actual call for the bid. Now, let's talk about amendments, okay? This is very simple. Amendments are updates or changes to any of the above notices, okay? The government might adjust requirements, deadlines, or other details, and you need to stay on top of these changes to remain competitive. In order to stay on top of these changes, you need to read the amendment attached. Let's talk about award notices, okay? This is kind of like the finish line. You see, after the proposals or bids are in, the government announces who won the contract. It's the accumulation of the process, revealing the outcome of the next steps for who won the bid. Pretty simple, okay? Then we have some special notices, okay? These could be anything from policy changes to upcoming information events. They're the additional bits of information that keep you in the loop and prepare you for the future of the opportunities, okay guys? So in summary, navigating government procurement notices is like following a map through the terrain of the public sector contracting. Each notice serves as a guidepost, directing your strategy and actions as you pursue and secure government contracts. So it's important to stay informed, be responsive, and tailor your approach to meet the specific demands and opportunities presented by each type of notice. Guys, this is the AI Government Contractor, and welcome to the world of government contracting with AI.